Hi guys, today I'm gonna make a video about how to hook up a JST-XH connector to a Tesla battery module. You gotta put this connector on in order to balance the battery, which is probably the first thing that you should do when you first acquire this pack. And I'm gonna show you how to do it. So the tools that you need right here: wire cutter, crimping tool, and a stripper. And the connector itself, which you can get from a used 6S LiPo battery maybe. And you need these things as well, whatever they're called. So this little board is wired to the 6 cell groups. And we're gonna take this board out because we're not gonna need it. It was mounted to the pack with these plastic what do you call those connections? So I already took them off by using this this wire cutter, and then the board just slides out, and then you're gonna see these wires on the board. This connector right here is for the temperature sensors. There are 2 temperature sensors, and these wires here are for the individual pack balancing. So they go to each pack, each cell group. So we want to connect these wires, there's 7 of them, to this plug. And the way we're going to do it, we're going to wire them this way. So 0 is going to go to the most negative part of the plug, and 6 is going to go to the most positive plug. And they actually have numbers right here. I'm going to turn my camera around so you're going to see them a little bit better. So each wire is numbered 0 through 6. You want to be careful to do them one by one, because it's going to be very easy to short them by mistake if you cut them all off first. So you could start with 0, connect 0 to this end of the JST-XT plug, and then do the same one for number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, until you do all 6 of them. And then you could just remove this connection right here. And that's all. And here's the finished product of installing the JST-XH plug on a Tesla battery module. So that's the order of the wires from, let's see, I think black is 0. Yeah, so black is going to be negative. And then blue is going to be 6 cell, and then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And there are the cell voltages, around 3.67. And these blue wires, we don't need them. And same goes for these yellow ones. They're just the 2 temperature sensors. I finally wired everything up and soldered on the JST-XH plug to my Tesla battery module. But I realized only later that things are really tight in there, so I added an extension cord. This is the JST-XH extension cord. Now, it was actually pretty difficult to crimp these connections due to the small amount of room that's available to work with. So instead of using a crimping tool, what I would actually recommend you guys do is get any kind of a cable like this. You can cut one off an old battery, for example. Like this is what this one is from. And just cut off the other end and solder each wire individually to these wires coming from the cell groups. And then put shrink wrap around each wire. That's going to be a lot easier and faster than crimping them. And you're going to get a longer balance cable that way. Just make sure to do one at a time to minimize the risk of getting them shorted. And here's my charging setup for the Tesla battery module. I have a server power supplies, total 24 volts. iCharger 406 Duo, which can charge up to 70 amps in synchronous mode. It's charging at less of a rate right now because I'm balancing the pack into storage which is 3.75 volts. So it's putting in 22 amps right now. And for the synchronous mode, both channels are wired together in parallel. And I have a 10 gauge wire here right now, but I'm going to change it to 8 gauge later because it gets a little bit warm while it's charging at a higher amp rate. At 22 amps it's not warm at all, but at 50 and up it gets quite warm. And of course the balance connector right there.